Shout out to you, Bobby36. He said, we ran the Beast last week, won 48-7. Let's go. Shout out to his Purple Eagle squad. Let's go. That's what it's about. Y'all already know how I feel about the Beast. He put up 48 points on this team running the Beast. Like I tell y'all all the time, winning in youth football isn't hard. If you know the art and you know the formula, winning in youth football not hard. Ron said, don't forget an order of fries to clean that grease. Let's go. That's right. That is right, guys. I'm finna start cooking. And y'all know when I'm start cooking, and now look, my mouth may be messed up and y'all may hear this slur and all of that. But when I start cooking, everybody eating. Y'all got me? Everybody's eating. Y'all hear me? All right, guys. Principle number 2. Preparation is greater than reaction. I'm going to say that again. Preparation is greater than reaction. Let me kind of tell you what I'm talking about. And I'm kind of talking to you guys who haven't played yet, okay? Don't just rely on your talent to win the freaking games. Rely on your system. Rely on your system and your process, okay? That's like one of the single mistakes that youth football coaches make that screw themselves, is that they rely on their top 2 players, which is usually their quarterback and their running back on offense, to score points. And they don't use anybody else. Anybody else. Now, for those who watch the show, tell me in the comments, for those who watch the show, let me know in the comments, how many running backs, how many ball carriers do I recommend you guys using in the game? Let me know. Let me see if y'all done y'all homework and y'all remember. How many ball carriers do I recommend you use in a given game? Coach Run, while y'all typing that up, Coach Run says, only as strong as your weakest link. That's good. Coach Recon, that's it. That's it. 3 to 4. Use your top 3 to 4. Y'all guys know. Let's go. There we go. Use your top 3 to 4 guys, okay, to run the ball, because this is going to allow your talent to stay fresh the whole game. Because typically in a game, by the time your kids get to about 10 reps, they're starting to get tired. So if you can give your best player 10 reps, your second best player 8 to 10, your third player 5, let's say 3 to 5, and then your fourth best, let's say 3 to 4 reps, now you got kids who are very fresh and they're relieving your talent. And your kids are just hitting hard relentlessly. And that's what you want to happen. That's what it's all about. You want them to, you don't want to just lean on those top 2, because again, guys, you can get away with it for a little bit. You can get away with it playing against a team that got a bad defense, who can't tackle, who's maybe on the same level as your squad. But when you start playing the top tier teams in your league, the juggernauts, the ones who know how to tackle, know how to shoot the gaps, play aggressive, know how to play fast, know how to play with confidence, now you need to rely on your entire team to do what they need to do. You need to rely on your offensive line to block, your running backs coming out the backfield to block. You got to rely on your playmakers to do what they do. And they shouldn't be running for their lives trying to make plays. You should make it easy for them. You should lay out this your offensive line should create a hole so big that you can lay out a red carpet, and your running back or quarterback or whoever got the ball just run right through the hole. That's how it needs to be, guys. Y'all got me. We want to be strategic and smart over here, right? Us guys over here in Beast Nation, we want to be smart and we want to be strategic. We don't want to be reactionary, meaning we don't want to play emotional, not emotional in an out of control way. We want to play motivated, positive, with aggression, But we don't want to be so emotional to where now we're out of our game and everybody and their mama see it. So also, guys, as you begin to play your games, here are a few things you need to look at, okay? These are the things that you really want to assess, okay? You want to watch for substitution mistakes, penalties, missed assignments. That's how you want to assess your players. I'm going to say that again. You want to watch for substitution mistakes, penalties, and missed assignments. Okay? Because these are some of the fundamental issues that can hurt your squad. In other words, you want to watch out and assess the things that you did wrong on a fundamental level. And you want to assess this from a coaching standpoint. In other words, what you did wrong, what your staff did wrong, and then what your kids did wrong. And I'm going to add something else to it. I assess what my volunteer staff done wrong. In other words, my team mom, I want to evaluate what she does. You know, Miss Beast is my team mom. Of course, she does a hell of a great job. But I'm making sure, and she'll tell you, like, I'm on her ass about water. Like, is the water ready? And I'm talking about during the game. Like, when we call timeout, we want the water to be by the players. We don't want somebody walking 40 yards down the damn field trying to get the water, right? No, we want the water ready. As soon as we call timeout, that water needs to be by those kids. Y'all got me? So I'm always assessing everybody, because this is what this is what separates. Check this out, guys. This is what separates leaders from people who just want to call plays. I'm gonna say that again. I'm cooking now. This is what separates leaders from guys who just want to call plays, and it's a big difference. A lot of guys, and I hope you're not one of them, but a lot of guys want to head coach a football team so they can call plays. They don't want to coach a football team to actually be a leader and lead men and lead kids and make the tough decisions, the difficult decisions, right? They don't want to do that. But they want to call them goddamn plays. And I always say, if you want to be that person and just call plays, just be an offensive coordinator or a defensive coordinator. Don't be a head coach, because you're going to hate the job, because that requires you to be a leader, assess everybody, develop everybody, give opportunities to everybody. Like it's a job. Even though it's volunteer work, it's a job. All right, guys. So before we move forward, we got some questions here I've seen. Let's see here. And again, guys, if y'all got questions, man, drop them below. I'm here to answer your questions. Appreciate you guys for rocking with us as well. If you haven't already, hit that like button. If you haven't already, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. We're gonna take a time out. We're gonna take a time out, and we're gonna hit that like button. All right, hit that like button for me, guys. Subscribe. TikTok, Facebook. If you guys are watching the show and you want to be a part of the playbook giveaway, I need you to do me a favor. Okay, I need you to come on over to the YouTube side. This is where I give the playbooks away. Okay, I don't want you to miss that just because you're on the other screens. Okay, so if you can, all you got to do, go over to YouTube, type Coach Beast. You'll see us live. Join the show, and you're good to go. All right, guys, and that's my Facebook and TikTok people. All right, let me see. Coach Smith says, Coach Beast, my best tacklers. What players more important ate you as tacklers in the 4-4? Inside linebackers, cornerbacks. Great question. My answer is not even on your list, Coach. So my best tacklers, I'm putting them at outside linebacker. Outside linebacker, no doubt. Because I need somebody that's able to engage contact on the edge and not afraid to engage contact. My second tier is going to be my defensive ends. I want good defensive ends, okay, who can help seal the edge, clear the path for my outside linebackers to eat, and my cornerbacks to be able to eat, because I do use my cornerbacks as run support, and almost like another outlet of linebackers in the 4-4 Reaper defense. So my inside linebackers, I really use them to help with A and B gap penetration and protection. They really come after that quarterback. They're reapers of that quarterback. And let me put it like this. Let me make it simple. So my inside linebackers, they're like reapers for the quarterback. They're trying to demoralize that quarterback. My outside linebackers, they usually are trying to get that running back. They're eating the running back. Okay. The same thing goes for my defensive ends. So you may be wondering, hey, coach, why is that? Why do you put your best player at outside linebacker? I'm glad you asked. Because in youth football, especially at your age group, teams are going to run the ball 90% of the time, my man. 90 to 100% of the time. Okay. So it's super important to make sure that you got kids there who can make plays if they're running the ball 90 to 100% of the time. And of that percentage, they're going to try to run to the outside 80% of the time. So we don't want traditionally everybody want their best player to be middle linebacker. No, I'm going off the data, right? I'm going off the data. I want my best players on the edge to make plays, right? That's what I want. I want my guy to hit that edge and eat. I want them to take freaking souls, all right? And then with my middle linebackers, I want them to be able to not be afraid to shoot them A gaps, shoot them B gaps, and literally run through the quarterback. Because we want to take him out of the game mentally. If we take the quarterback out the game mentally, what happens to that offense, y'all? Let me know in the comments. What happened to an offense once you take that you rattle that quarterback? What happens? What happens to that offense? Do you think that offense is going to be freaking efficient? I'm going to answer that for you. Hell no. Hell no. And that's a big part of the game that we don't think about, especially on the youth football level. You play the mental game and you have a rattled quarterback that's sick of getting hit and he's more concerned about protecting his blind spots or his front. He starts to make a lot of mistakes in every single way. So that's like a big job that I, have my inside linebackers doing. Great question, man. Great question. Coach Wheel says, Coach Beast, in your system, the Beast T, how do I get the edge? Okay, I'm thinking this is a kid. Let me see. I'm thinking this is a kid. I'm not sure. Let me know if you're a kid or coach so I can make sure I articulate this in a way to where you understand. All right, let's see. Golden Boy says, or Gold D Boy. I don't know which way. Golden Boy, my boy. I'm gonna call you my boy. How about that? He says, I liked, but if I'm chosen for the free playbook, please give it to someone else. As for I'm already ordered the full package. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you, coach. I sure will do that, man. Appreciate you, brother. That's awesome. That is awesome. Let me see. Get the one more question here. Okay. B and D says we have a 10 pass minimum or points are taken off. A 10 pass minimum or a 10 play minimum. Let me know about that, coach. Because if you got a 10 pass minimum, I want to know the league you in. I want to know if you in like the NFL or I want to know. I want to know. Okay. Got you. Okay. Coach says, okay. He's okay. Coach Beast, in your system, the Beast T, how do I get the edge? Okay. So, coach, simply put, the way we secure the edge, man, we down block. We literally down block. We send everybody down watching the front line. And then depending on, the sweep play you call, you can do a toss sweep or just a traditional sweep, man. I would in the T formation, I'm having my fullback in my play side, running back lead blocking out of the backfield. My offensive line, they're down blocking. And, you know, my two running backs, my fullback and my running back, they're clearing the path for my backside running back that's going to get the ball. Or if we do some QB power, I got all three of them coming out the backfield. The offensive line is still down blocking, but I got all of them coming out the backfield to lead block for the quarterback. If we do like QB power. So that's exactly what I would do, Coach. Exactly. It's a great question, man. All right, guys. Let me see. Last question here. Thanks. I do use outside linebacker and DN are my best players, and quarterback at safety. 1 month. See, that's good. That's good. That's exactly what I do, Coach. So literally, usually my quarterback. I don't know why it always happened like this. This is not intentional, but usually my quarterback is my free safety just because of his football IQ. He may not be the most athletic, even though my quarterbacks are typically dual threat guys and athletic. I want a smart, high IQ football player who know how to jump plays, read plays, and things of that nature back there at safety. So I will put typically a quarterback type of player, or if I got another running back that's like a really high IQ guy, I'm putting him back there at free safety. But what I'm not going to do at free safety, I'm not putting a scrub back there. Y'all better not put a scrub back there at free safety. And nor do you want to put a kid that's really athletic, but he's too reactionary. Like he'll screw your team because he's trying to make a play. Now you want a smart kid that's disciplined, that makes sound decisions back there at free safety, guys. All right. Great question. Great comments. Y'all on it, man. I'm talking about I'm cooking. Y'all cooking, man. Y'all are cooking. All right, guys. So let's get back to it. Y'all bear with me. I'm slurring all over the place, guys. I'm trying to get it right. Hey, I wish y'all would have heard me like when I first had my surgery and stuff, guys. Like it was horrible, man. My mouth was like just really swollen, really puffy. Like I literally couldn't talk. I just had way too much going on. And I'm getting better, but it's going to be about a month before I'm like 100%. So guys, y'all just bear with me and all this slurring and and all of this good stuff. So